Living lovely, she's lovely. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with.
Okay, I'm back. I've already greeted. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're here to stay. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you will like, you will share, and you will do all the cute things. So I have, as mentioned, I have asked ChatGPT to ask me questions as if she was getting to know me. And guys, one thing about chat kingwanyana. Before it starts, I'm wearing this beautiful dress from Shein. It's so cute. I haven't worn it. This is my first time wearing it inside. Maybe I should also wear it when I go out with my friend on Saturday. I've got pimples for days, and here, guys, what behavior is this? Okay, so I have asked ChatGPT to ask me a few questions as if she was getting to know me, because I didn't go to my socials. I thought of this idea this morning actually, and I was like, I don't have a vlog to put up this week, and maybe let me just do a get to know me. I've never done it before, and I know a few YouTubers do this kind of a video or film this video before they start vlogging so that people get to know them, but I haven't, so bear with me. I'll start now. I'm using my other phone. So the first question is, what's your name and what does it mean to you? My name is Ayanda. I have one name on my birth certificate and my ID. I did have another name actually when I was growing up, but because my parents didn't put that name on my ID, it means it was just for vibe. So yeah, I only have one name, and my name is Ayanda. And what does it mean to you? I don't know, but I guess my sister, the firstborn at home, is a girl. So I don't know whether my parents were hoping for a boy, and when they got me, they said Ayanda Amadomazane, so meaning it's an expansion of girls, but it's just two. Okay, I don't know, but for me, maybe, oh guys, ChatGPT, why angenza ngathi kumele answer my questions awuk. I don't know, maybe it's an expansion of girls, expansion of gifts, expansion of, I don't know, man, but it's the cooler something. Maybe let me switch off the aircon. I feel like hearing, but ikamiliti Ayanda means growth, so maybe it was the growth of the family, expansion of abantu vilagazi amaphephethe. So yeah, we're expanding. That's what it means to me. And yeah, I don't know. And two, where did you grow up and how has that shaped you? I grew up in Gauteng. I'm a Joburg girl through and through. I grew up in Watville. That's the east part of Joburg. So I'm a Kasi girl. I grew up in the east of Joburg from my early years of childhood. From grade, like when I was born, to grade 7, I stayed in the township, not just in any township, but in Kukwin. I grew up in the informal settlement, and yeah, so I grew up in Joburg, raised in Joburg. I was born in Joburg. Yeah, I hope that answered the question. Okay, the next question, I'm repeating this question because I was watching the video and I realized that I didn't answer it as I would have wanted to. Where did you grow up and how has that shaped you? So I grew up. Okay, where did you grow up and how has that shaped you? I grew up in Joburg. I grew up in Joburg, the east side of Joburg, East Rand to be specific. The first early years of my life, I lived in Watville, and then we later moved to Davidton when I was in grade 7. So we lived in an informal settlement when I was growing up. But guys, listen, that was home. It felt so much like home. And then, as I mentioned, we later moved to a Davidton where our parents built a really nice big house for us to live as a family. And how has that shaped you? I don't know how to answer this at the best of my, I don't know of my what, but it has, I think, shaped me to work hard for what I want. And also because when I grew up, as I've mentioned, we grew up in an informal settlement, then moved to another place where my parents worked so hard to build us a very comfortable big home. So I think that has shaped me to work hard for what I want, and to know that where you come from does not have to define who you are or who you will be. So you can still take yourself out of any situation that you are in. So yeah, that's what it means to me. So yes, I grew up in an informal settlement, but my parents did not rest. They just made sure that they worked so hard to take us out of there and to make sure that they build us a comfortable home. So I think that's what it means for me, that yes, you can grow up in a certain way, but you can still work hard towards what you want and what you hope for. So yeah, that's where I grew up and how it has shaped me. He still lives in the township, and listen, there's nothing wrong about the township. I like the township with everything in me, the community, Ubuntu, and having people to talk to every day. It's not as serious as now, because now I live in the burbs. Ngihlala ema-suburbs, guys, and for work ngisebenza South Korea, if you don't know, and I've never even seen my neighbor. That's how hectic it is. I've never seen my neighbor. I don't know how he or she looks like. I've never even heard their voices. That's how serious. And I'm like, Kasi, I miss Ikasi. But it has shaped me to work hard to maybe get myself out of there. Not that I hate Ilogish, guys. Ilogish is it's happening, it's hip and happening, and you get to see people for who they really are, the community, the warmth, and everything. I feel like I'm all over the show because as long as I'm my question, I just screenshotted them and sent them to my email. So yeah, what's one thing people often misunderstand about you? Yo guys, so one thing about me, I'm a homebody. I like staying at home, and I'm the very opposite of my sister. I'm so opposite with my sister, like as funny in such an extent with yo, she's an outside person. She likes being outside, she goes out a lot. So I feel like growing up, people often used to misunderstand my character. Like people will think, oh yeah, Malona, like what's it about her? Like and I love it. It's so comfortable for me to be in the house. Being outside for me is as comfortable as being inside the house. So I feel like oftentimes, because I'm the opposite of my sister is outside. Ula, like and she's that kind of a person. I'm the opposite. I don't like staying outside. Like, yo, if nyapoma, I go out here and there, but I like being in the house. Sorry, I like being in the house. So I guess growing up, a lot of people used to think oh, I'm too full of myself, if that's the right word in English, but I really am not. And funny enough, when people get to know me, they'll be like, "You're so nice. You're such a nice girl." And I'm like, period. I'm a nice person. Not that I'm blowing my own horn, but yeah, I'm a very good person. And how would your best friend describe you in 3 words? Caring, loving, and always there. I may not always be there, maybe financially, but yeah, I have a listening ear. I think I'm present in my friends' lives. So yeah. My question got chat ngati aya boranyana nje. What's the tea? And the next one is, tell us about your family. Let me tell you about my family, guys. I come from a very tight-knit family. I love my family with everything and everything in me, right? So in my family, I have 3 brothers and 1 sister. My sister is the firstborn at home. I'm the secondborn. Then we have 3 brothers. I love my siblings so much, and I'm very grateful to have them in my life. They play such an active role, and angazi nokuthi ngingabonga ngani enkosini, because wow, so much love. And oh, my mom and dad, oh, I love my parents, guys, so much. Abazali bami banothando, and not only to us but to other people as well. I have such loving parents, and yo, I speak so high of my family because they are so amazing, guys. They are so amazing. And I have a girl, Ulonwabo. She's so pretty, she's so beautiful, she's so perfect, she's adorable. I have 3 nieces and 1 nephew. Yeah. And what's your love language, and does it show in how you treat others? Not sure if it shows how I treat others, but I love being gifted. What is that called? I know it's not acts of service. What is that called? And I usually don't know how to answer this question, but I remember one time my person and I were talking, and he was like, "What's your love language?" And I was like, what's my love language, Faith? And then he told me, I said, "You love gifts, you love being taken out." And yeah, I do love it. Yeah, it's shame, yes. Yo, imali yangijabulisa, guys. Imali makes me so happy. Hey, like ngiyayithanda imali. Yo, ngiyakuthanda ukuphila imali, guys. Yo, sabawela ukuba nemali eningi. Cheers to having a lot of money, actually. Guys, if I didn't do well on this video, please bear with me. I've never done something like this, and it's giving me chills. I feel like ngibona abantu bayenza ama video and they seem so smooth, and here I am. Does ChatGPT got to unedited? What's your name and what does it mean to you? And next question is, if money wasn't a problem, what would you be doing every day? If money wasn't a problem, guys, I would just sit at home. Sit at home, not in South Korea, just okay. I would sit at home and do online shopping, because guys, before going out, meaning is hype. I need to hype myself. But funny enough, when I get to any place that I'm at, I do well outside, but I also do very well indoors. Guys, yo, and I don't get bored. I stay at home so much. So if money wasn't a problem, I'll just stay at home. Not this home, not in South Korea. I'll be in South Africa, sitting and chilling. Jane is my maid. What did you study? These questions are so random, huh? I studied Bachelor of Psychology. I have a degree in psychology, and if you know, guys, psychology in South Africa, oh, melubeni masters. You need to have masters, and nakona being guaranteed a job is just, you might not get a job. So I studied psychology at the University of South Africa. Yeah. And what's one dream you haven't said out loud until now? I'm not sure whether I haven't said it out loud. I probably had, but to people that I'm close with. But I'd like to be a property owner. Yo, sabawela ukuba umastandi. Sabawela ukuba nomuzi ngithi kukwami la asilali singawashanga izitsha. When my mom visits, ngithi mama asilali singawashanga izitsha, because that's what she always says ekhaya. Yo, sabawela ukuba nomuzi, guys. I would really love that with everything in me. I want to have my own property, and I hope it will come to life. I know it will. Ukuthi nini? I don't know, but kukhona ukuzuza, right? Kukhona ukuzuza. uNkulunkulu uyasho ukuthi say it with your mouth, believe it, and it will happen. Of course, we serve a living God. And what motivates you when you feel like giving up? Ukuba umzali. You cannot give up. You don't have the option to give up, because umntwana udinga imali, and life itself needs money. And besides that, guys, I like having my own things. I like having my own money. So if I give up, I don't know, guys. I think that's another thing that motivates me. If I decide to give up, who will take care of me as much as I take care of myself? Because I don't think there's anyone who'd ever match the way I take care of myself, and maybe the way I take care of my family. I don't think I do much, but I try for them. But yeah, I ain't going to give up, because like, honestly. So yeah, that's that. Moving on to the other questions. If your life was a movie, what would it be called? Oh, check my love. If my life was a movie, sure. What would it be called? An everyday life of a homebody. Maybe it will be called that. An everyday life of a homebody, because I am a homebody, guys. Can you believe this week I was at home the whole week? We had a summer break. I didn't plan anything, which is I'm so mad about, because we had a miscommunication with my friend. I know I'm drifting away from the topic or the emphasis of this video, and I was like, I don't want to do anything but FOMO, but I've been just chilled, guys. So yeah, it will be called An Everyday Life of a Homebody. What's a random fact about you most people don't know? I love people, and I'm very chatty. I know a lot of people who don't know me, especially people that I grew up with, they will find this so weird. Are you chatty? Are you sure? I'm 100% sure. As I've said in one of the questions, I was often, oh guys, no. I hope if this is making a noise, sorry guys, it's hot in the house. It's summer in Korea, and the weather is what, 37 degrees, and except it's 6, it's probably 32 or 33, so it's icon. But yeah, I said random facts about me is that I love people. I really love people, and I'm chatty, guys. Like I can start a topic, I can converse, I can maintain a topic. Like yeah, that's one thing about me. And what's your go-to comfort meal or treat? For now, I don't know how to answer this question because, as I've mentioned, I live in South Korea and the food here is just I actually love pap wurst, kabishi, and iaj. Oh, I'll die for that plate. I'll die for that meal. That's my favorite meal. But I haven't had pap in what? Maybe 6 months, if not 5 or more. I don't remember, but yeah. So, and I haven't had the in such a long time. Never. Okay, I had divorce. It was not divorce. It was more of a sausage when my boyfriend and I went out to another South African restaurant called Bright Republic, and it was not exactly divorce, but it was close and it was very nice. I enjoyed it. I think yeah, actually I will take him out and we'll both go there, but he's gonna pay. Evening is any idea, so I'm taking him out. And oh yeah, so I said bratwurst, cabbage, and acha, but I haven't had that in a long time. In Korea, what do I eat the most in Korea? I eat chicken the most. Korean chicken is scrumptious. Yo, Korean chicken is very, very nice. And I also like kimchi in Korea. Kimchi is not so close to acha, but it's almost close. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's fermented cabbage, so it has that tangy taste and is sourish. Oh, by the way, I did my nails and I did them by myself. Yes. Yeah. If you had a superpower for a day, what would you do? Bengizoya bank, my dear. Bengizoya bank ngisikhwama esingaka. Ngifike ngithi imali ihlala ebank vele. Ihlala phi imali guys? Imali eningi kakhulu. Ihlala ebank. Ihlala khona ne? If benginemali eningi, bengizoya ebank. Ngithi bengiyovuka from ekuseni mayivula ibank. Ibank ivula ngo-9. From 9 to 6, angisho superpower. From 9 to 6 or 9 to whatever time abavala ngayo, bengiyobe ngila. Ngifake imali so that nje ngingeke ngisebenze any day in my life. Guys, I like money. Ngiyawathanda amashumi. Oh my goodness, I love money. Why lighting ngatiba off and on? Yeah, but yeah, I would do that if I had a superpower. And what's one moment that changed your life forever? Sure. One moment that changed your life forever. I think one moment that changed my life forever was to graduate. Guys, I always knew that I would go to school and graduate, and because I wanted better for myself, I just knew that. And I remember before getting maybe a decent job, I don't want to say a decent job because every job is decent as long as it puts something on the table. But there was a point where I was working, earning very, very less. I'm not gonna get into details, but yo, and while I was busy doing that, working and I always used to tell myself, yeah, I would say it in the back of my mind. Like I would tell myself, once I graduate, I will make sure that I change my life and I change it for the better. So yeah, I guess that's that. And what's something you've healed from that you're proud of? I don't know. What did I heal from? I cannot think of anything. What did I heal from? Guys, I don't know. I don't want to say things just for the sake of saying them. Maybe when I do another part 2 later, when we have 2,000 subscribers, or when we have 1,000 subscribers, then maybe I'll come back to this question and reflect. But for now, there's nothing that I can think of at the top of my head. So yeah. The next one says, do you believe everything happens for a reason? Why or why not? I do. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and I'm going to make an example about what I was saying. I promised myself that when I graduate, things will get better. I think there was a reason why I was in certain environments that I was in before graduation, or graduating rather, because I think they taught me how to be patient, you know, and how to bloom wherever you planted. Because yeah, I was down low. I was down low, and I think my first salary was 3,000. I will talk about this kangan. So my first salary was 3,000, and in that 3,000 I had to mgibeling imsebenzini, and bengibela twice in the morning and twice in the evening after work. So, but the environment that I was working at taught me so much, so much. And I think whatever that they taught me at that place shaped me to be who I am. So there was a reason for me to do that in order to be where I am, because the lessons that I've learned, or yeah, the lessons that I've learned at that place, or how to be confident in my line of work, it really helped. It really did help. And when do you feel most like yourself? I always feel like myself. I always feel like myself. And Sana, if you live in Asia, you know that oftentimes you are the only black person everywhere. Like, you'll be the only black person at work. Sometimes you'll be the only black person in, like, where in the bank. You'll be the only black person on the bus, on the subway, and you're like, damn, I'm the only black person. So I always feel like myself. I hope I've answered that correctly. And what's one lesson life keeps teaching you over and over? To be patient. Life is teaching me to be patient, and it's teaching me to be patient and to be able to voice out my feelings. I struggle with that so much. I often not talk about how I feel. And I feel like people should have a natural power of understanding how I feel. I know it's not appropriate, and as an old person that I am, I should be knowing how to open up, but I struggled with that. But right now, not even right now, but life is teaching me how to be patient with everything and anything, because I believe that life will unfold as it should. So just be patient, put in the work, and everything will be fine. And that's all for the questions. And yeah, I'm closing off the video here. Guys, if I didn't do well, If I didn't do well on this video, forgive me. It was my first time, but as I've said, I'm going to want to hit 1,000 subscribers. Guys, please subscribe. But king. Guys, please subscribe, can't you? But I'm very grateful for those who are subscribed and those who keep on coming back to my channel. I know it takes so much for someone to watch the video from start to finish. I really do appreciate you so much. And if you're watching outside the club, please subscribe and like, comment, say something, leave. What's the color of my dress? Orange is dominating. Leave orange hearts, not only hearts. Also comment and say what you think of this video. Did I do a good job or not? Please be gentle. Remember, it was my first time doing this get ready to know. Get to know me, get ready to know me. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, guys. This video will be quite long. I've never done 8:30. I see it's on 28 now. I've never done a long video, but yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comments down below. Share the video with your friends. I'd really do appreciate that. I love you so much, guys. From me to you. Guys, I did my own nails. Yo, Luna. What does this mean? Should I put nail tech on my bio? They don't even look that great, but they do look decent, I must say. Thank you so much for watching. Please do come back. I will also yap on another video, but I will see you next week. My friend and I are going out this weekend, so I will have that content. Yeah, bye guys. I love you so much and thank you so much for watching. Sarang heyo. I love you. Nyantanda. Goodbye.
Money, sipping bubbly, feeling lovely, living lovely. She's lovely. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you.